Hey, Shalom. First, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful like the house of David. Let's get into this. Brothers, y'all be careful. Y'all be careful. Because, man, these harlots, they from throwing that hair wrap. They from throwing that hair wrap and try to get to you. You know? Just for safety. You know? Not because they like you. You know? Not because they really rocking with you. Not because they just want that safety. You know? And they gonna use their knowledge, their trickery, their ways of persuasions to try to get you. You know? Again, not because they like you. Not because you're first pick. Not because you're their first pick. You know? They've been doing it so they can be protected and saved. You know, these harlots throw that hair wrap on, you know, and try to get y'all. Y'all be careful. You know? Y'all be careful. Cause that can get you caught up, cause a harlot ain't gonna stop being a harlot. You know, she might marry you, but she's still gonna play a part as a harlot. She'll be like, I got him now. I'm safe. Cause these women are corner. They be like, I'm safe. I'm also talking about these just be clear, I'm also talking about these women from these other camps. They have husbands already who proclaim themselves to be Hebrew Israelites, and they gonna try to marry somebody in a different camp. No, women, you cannot do that. You can only marry again if your husband has, you know, given you that divorcement or is dead. You know. You can't be like, nah, he ain't in GMS. Nah. My husband was on IUIC. My husband was on GOCC. He was a car, you know, blase. You know, nah, you can't do that. You been evil. You been a harlot. You know, your husband alive, and you and a woman understand that. Okay, they got the truth. Let me get with a man, or you know, you marry a man of that fold while your man is still alive. Nah, you can't do that. And brothers, especially your younger brothers, you got to be aware of this. You got to be aware of this, because these women, they are death. They are death walking. You know, they are death walking. You know, the scripture tells us, you know, to be aware of those type of women. You know, we're gonna go through a few of them. There's Proverbs chapter 5, starting at verse 3. Listen, for the lips of a strange woman drop as an honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. You know, these women, bro, they know what to say, especially to you. They know what to say. They know what to say, just like what the old elder apostles keep saying. It's safer and better to deal with a woman that's not in the truth, because now you know she was in the world, she didn't know that. She was in the world, she didn't know that. You could take her. But these women, they know, and they know they about to be evil. They know they commit adultery. They know they finna get you wrapped up in adultery. You know, they know law and stuff like that. These women, they're a death trap. They're a web. They're a spider web, and they're a black widow. You know. You know, be careful. Verse 4. But her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold of hell. You know? So be careful, my guy. Be careful. You know? This is Proverbs chapter 6. We're going to start from 26. 24. It's right. They right next to each other in the book. Listen. To keep from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman, lest not after her beauty in thy heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. Because you gotta think, all these scriptures was telling you to be aware of that woman with the hair wrap, who kept who kept covered. You know, he was warning. This back in the old day, ancient day. He's warning you about hoes dressed properly. You know, he was warning you of hoes dressed properly by their action, by their mindset, by their ways. You know, how much more these hoes today? You know. Verse 26. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and adulteress will hunt for the precious life. You know, she's just trying to live good. You know, she'll have you strung out there. She'll have you strung out there. She'll have you strung out. You know, you done lost all your money. Now you on a piece of bread. You think she finna stick with you. Man, she only got with you because it was a time of trouble. She wasn't feeling you. Y'all wasn't vibing. She only did it out of desperation. Beware of these hoes, man. Beware of these hoes. That's it. You had all this time, especially women, man, especially women in the truth. You had all these times and you didn't reach out. You had all this time you didn't reach out. You didn't say that. But now that trouble comes, you trying to be first in line, you reached out now? Nah. The Lord has it where certain sisters, you know, they're gonna receive that mercy. But the rest of y'all, nah. And you see, you women, y'all move. Y'all move like, cause I see this from a lot of women. They move like they the main character. Like that's automatically gonna happen for them. No, you gotta put in the work too. That's why a lot of these women finna suffer. They believe they the main character and everything's gonna happen for them. That they don't have to make a move. Nah. Horrible judgment is about to come. And brothers gonna already be scoping y'all out, be like, nah, you only here for this reason. Get your ass on. You know? One more. Dang. Right next to each other. Just go to the next chapter. This is Proverbs chapter 7, verse 10. Listen. And behold, there met a woman with the attire of a harlot and subtle of heart. Listen, who this sound like? She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in the house. now is now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in the way of every corner. So she caught him and kissed him, and when a pudent face said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. This day have I paid my vows, therefore come forth. Therefore come I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I have and I have found thee. I have decked my bed with with covering of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh and aloes and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace our solace ourselves with love. You see, for the good man is not at home; he is gone on a long journey. You see, they already be having that eye on you. You know how these women work, man. These women work. They finna try to say all the right words. Shalom. Hey, brother, I've been watching you all this time. Shalom. Get your ass on. Get your ass on. Man. you know, they finna do all this. They finna do all this shit. And it's gonna be some brothers that get caught up by it. It's gonna be some brothers that get trapped by it. Look, listen, we're gonna jump down 20 to 21. Listen. With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With flattering of her lips, she forced him. You see that woman know how to use her words. She know how to play. She know how to play that role. So man, you brothers be careful, bro. You brothers be careful, cause these harlots about to put on that hair wrap. Them harlots is about to put on them hair wraps, bro. Y'all be careful, man. Y'all be careful. They ain't trying to get with you before Jacob's trouble. Me, I speak as a man. I say to hell with them. The Lord gonna have mercy on those he have mercy on too, but to hell with them, So, it's coming. That time is coming. Hey, that time is coming. Just look what they saying on the doggone the internet, man. Just look what they saying, man. So y'all be careful. Cause these hoes on the way. And you gotta avoid them. Don't be like the niggas in the world, be like, yeah, the hoes. Yeah, where the hoes at? Bring the hoes. No, you do not want the hoes. The hoes will lead to your own destructions. The hoe will lead you broke. The hoes will lead you astray. So with that, I hope you was edified. Again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the whole elect, the house of David. Until next time, Yahweh willing, Shalom.